Vanita is hugging Sally. Craig is giving a non-apology to Sally. And Audrey is clocking Austen flirting with Sally. Welcome to Showmance, guys, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth.
Shows as shallow as Austen comparing, getting engaged to a meteor headed towards Earth that you know is coming, but it's still 6 weeks away, so you just deal with it then.
That made my head explode.
How romantic.
If someone was in a relationship with me and Audrey, this has nothing to do with you, just so you know. It ain't personal.
Oh, I want to title it that. Audrey, it ain't you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
If I was in a relationship with a gentleman caller that was likening it to a meteor headed towards Earth that was going to kill us all, I would kill him. And you know what? I would get off for it.
I'm in no way trying to defend Austen, but I don't think he was equating it to a meteor heading for Earth that was going to kill everyone. He was saying it's like a meteor that's 6 months away, so I can put off the inevitable.
Right, but isn't when the meteor hits, don't you think that means like death?
Well, yes, typically when a meteor hits, people die. And I think what he was saying is it's the time frame. I know it's 6. I know I don't have to do it now, so I'm not going to think about it now. Or I don't want to think about it now.
Totally. I knew the analogy. I got that. I'm kind of the queen of those. Would you say so myself? But kind of known for those. But I still think like, bro, grow up. As Craig reminded us all, you're not 36, you're 38.
Oh, that's right.
And what comes after 38? 39. Get it together, man.
Regardless of what the analogy meant, anytime you're talking in the realm of marriage, engagement, this is what's coming down the pipes, whatever, I just think that any dude at that age should know, there's just words you don't mention in the same sentence.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because I feel like he said something else too that was like, oh, you had more.
Yeah, because he was like, it's the same feeling I had when I was going to get the cats. And it's like, but what? I know. I'm not trying to minimize the fact that you went through a tragedy that no one should have to live through.
Yeah.
Losing his sister and seeing it and all of that. Don't you want to heal this, Austen? Like he said when he was on Nick Viall that his therapist has pointed out that like these two things are probably related. But you got the cats and it's made your life better. So don't you think maybe if you had a partner that you really loved in your life and you just dove in and said, let's do this?
Or if you were just honest with yourself and admitted that you don't want a life partner and you just want to bang around and
that too.
Do that, dude. That's what you want.
But
Stop
he's not.
lying to everyone and yourself. Like that's
time and time again. He just keeps hooking up with great chicks and hurting them.
Yeah. The other sentence that he said, I wrote down, that he said, this could be the next step of my life. Like marriage was basically just like going, okay, well, death is next now.
Yeah. Well, that is what you get married and then you die.
Yeah.
Natalie, don't you know that?
Yeah.
That's why Mike's waited so long to propose. He doesn't want to die.
Yeah, he doesn't want to die. Like just comparing all these things to, just the inevitable or to the last thing you do before you die or getting animals or whatever. Like I said, he's just old enough to know, like, I feel like somebody at some point has had a similar story where he had to have heard other people make similar mistakes and learn from this by now. It's just one of those things. He's just stuck in a 12-year-old's mindset. Yeah.
Do you know what it kind of reminds me of? Have you ever like been just hooking up with someone and you really liked them, but like it wasn't good. He wasn't giving you the best of himself or whatever, but you're like, he'll change, whatever, like, and you're still hooking up with him. And then finally when he does pull like the shit move and bones out, someone's just like, I mean, why was he going to buy the cow when he was getting the milk for free? And you're like, I get it. The worst analogy right now. I don't want to be compared to a cow. Like I just got dicked over by someone I really liked.
No, that is so true. Because I feel like that's such a mom and dad thing to say. Yeah. And it's always like, so you're saying I'm fat.
Thanks.
Great.
So now not only am I brokenhearted, but I'm a heifer.
Yeah. I want to tell everybody one other thing though. I ran out of cat treats. And don't worry, they've been Instacarted. They'll be here in 38 minutes or
37
something.
minutes,
Yeah. But
in case things get weird around here.
Okay. Minnie gets low blood sugars.
Yeah, just not. She can wait. She'll be okay.
I promise they're coming. They're coming. I even ordered like 2 different kinds so that they can't be like, oh, we didn't have those. Sorry. And then bail. No, you're going to have one of these.
You're such a good mama.
Well, I would have had him here if I was.
Before we get into the episode, because I always forget to say it, I just want to say it at the top of the pops. This is the real top of the pops. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. Our next goal is to hit 3,000 subs. We got a bunch of subs from the last episode. So thank you guys for all doing your part. For us, for you. We're all doing the Lord's work here. So
for Minnie and her treats.
Yeah, the treats don't buy themselves.
Yeah.
They're so spence nowadays.
They really are.
Those damn import taxes have really screwed up these cat
Friggin'
treats.
tariffs.
These tariffs. But no, thank you so much for spreading the good word and keep up the good work, guys. We love you. Okay, now into the epi.
Yeah.
All right. We start at Sally's house again, and she's with her chickens.
That now she doesn't want.
That
She said she wanted because she used to watch her friends' chickens and it was so much fun. But now that you have chickens, you only got them because Craig said that and you already hate them.
Yeah.
This chick is out of control.
She wanted to be Craig's chicken.
Animal control should go and arrest her. That's how I feel.
I was wondering what chickens, like how much work they were. And I think,
they're a decent amount of work.
yeah. Little Red said, hey, our chickens work? Yes. All my older chickens have passed around 14 to 15 years old. The new chickens I have are from chicken houses, and they don't know when to go roost because in the chicken house, they don't roost. And then she said, it's going to be 15. First of all, what's roost? I always thought I knew, but I realized it's like a saying, oh, the chickens have gone to roost. But like I'm realizing I don't even know what that saying means.
I think it means to go to bed, basically, or sleep time.
Oh, they would just stay up all night if you didn't tell them, hey, it's bedtime? She said, it's going to be 15 degrees here tonight, so I have to chase and grab them and take them to the chicken house to go and roost. We have heat lamps to keep them warm.
That's what it is. It's find a safe space to sleep or rest, often in groups.
Oh.
Which is so cute. No, they are a lot of work. Like my girlfriend Jess has some chickens, and one of the roosters, he got picked on, and now he's out of the hen house, and they are always squawking and getting out, and you have to feed them multiple times a day and give them love.
Yeah. I guess I thought since the word roost and obviously rooster is often, I think I thought it meant something more mischievous. It's just sleep.
It's kind of like gather, rest. Like, like when, now that I'm thinking about it, when all of my parents' kids were home, they'd be like, oh, chickens are home to roost or whatever.
Yeah.
Like to rest and hibernate and sleepies. Anyway, does anyone else have anything to say about Sally living her chicken mom life?
Hope the sandwiches were good.
Oh, God.
I don't know if anyone is like who's watching the after show. I bet a lot of people don't even know that it exists yet because they didn't start it until episode 6.
So
which is so weird. Or give us a heads up or something.
I just don't understand. They've done this now with a few shows where they have stopped. Remember with I think it was Summer House, they just stopped?
Yeah, oh,
Doing the
yeah.
after show?
They just stop sometimes. I no
Put
rhyme
an
or reason, no
announcement
heads up. Yeah. And so I haven't, we're doing this early, so we haven't watched the after show for tonight's episode, but the one from last week and in interviews and, wherever. Sally keeps saying that she did not get these chickens for Craig, but yet the episode literally starts with her carrying the chickens and going, get chickens, Craig said. It would be fun, he said. Like, it's still, like, I'm so glad to see that they're still, like, alive and well.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, but the emotional collateral for Craig is still being carried on.
Well, at some point, I would like to get some chickens also,
Yeah.
Sally, so maybe I'll rescue yours.
I love the friend. I love the friends. We have friends that have some, and they look like poodles almost. And I can't remember what are those called. Does anyone know what they're called?
My two of my friends, Ryan and Ori, who they have one that looks like a poodle, and his name is, no, it's a girl, Alberta Einstein.
Oh,
Because she's got the crazy little puffy hair.
yeah.
Yeah, real cute stuff.
Yeah, those ones are so cute. I don't know if they do anything different, but if they do
Crested.
this, huh?
They're called crested chickens.
Crested chickens. I don't know if they all do the same thing, but if they do, why doesn't everyone just get those ones? I mean, I don't need the other ones to like go extinct or anything, but like I don't like if you're weighing your options, I
Or
would
just get a
always
smattering. Get a bunch of different ones.
The poodle ones are so cute.
They are so
though.
cute.
Yeah, they're like a little beauty pageant walking by.
They're also right, just because this is super funny. They're also called sultan chickens. There's one with just the poof on top.
Yeah, love.
And there's a place in it doesn't say where it is, but it's in LA, called the Sultan Rotisserie.
That's sad. Well, I just want to say
They must be
real
tasty.
eggs coming out of those real chickies that are living real good lives taste real better than other eggs.
Yeah.
They're
didn't-
amazing.
Didn't James say that those chickens are assholes though? Like those were the mean ones, the poofy headed ones.
Listen, when you're pretty, that's your birthright.
Through that
Ask Minnie Poppins.
and Krager.
All right. So after Sally tends to her chicks, we go to Madison and Craig FaceTiming.
Yes.
Can you recall a time in 10 1/4 seasons that Craig has ever called Madison or FaceTimed Madison?
I can.
Really?
I mean, I couldn't tell you the episode, but that Madison has been his like go-to for the last 2 seasons. Whenever there's something going on, they'll either go to each other's house or they'll FaceTime or get on the phone. They just, they kind of pair them up with people to like tell them.
Yeah, no, that's kind of where I was going. Was like, it didn't seem, listen, the last 2 episodes for me have been the most awkward episodes I think I've ever seen of this show. And it's starting to make me believe that these people are totally splitting apart in real life and none of them are real friends, I don't think, anymore.
Yeah. Little Red goes on to say, I was listening to Michael and it's true. This could be a storyline and Craig's just going along with it. So even Little Red's picking up on it that
What could just be a storyline.
Like I don't even mean to get into this and I'm also, it's so blasé. Like the Shep thing I was real contentious about that, like that was a real, like, what's going on here? It was like just too far. But that like, it might've just been like hey, you and Sally should, canoodle or whatever. And then like, you won't get together, but it just, I'm not sure if these 2 people were ever actually really into each other. I can't really, it doesn't seem real to me from Craig's side. Sally, if it's not real and they were just leaning into something to get the season started, again, which I'm not hating on, she's a way better actor than him because I am really believing her, but it's just some of the things that Craig is saying about it. It's hard. But he's also like, he's offbeat. He's a weirdo. Like
He's an Aquarius. I keep trying to explain this to people.
I know, but I don't see you guys as the same person by any stretch.
Okay, so Orly, who I've talked on this show before, she's one of my besties. I used to always say to her, there's this thing called the Secret Language of Birthdays. It's this really good book, and they have the secret language of relationships, and it will tell you all about every single day in the calendar, and then you match yourself up with other people and see what your relationship is like there. This book is never wrong. Neither of these books are ever wrong, okay? And so in the birthday book, under your birthday, it will say like what your 3 strengths are and what your 3 weaknesses are. And one of my weaknesses is aloof. And Orly is like, you are the least aloof person I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm like, that's because you're my best friend. So yes, I will always call you back. Yes, I'm up in your grill because I love you and I always want to be around you. But if I don't really like you, yes, I am aloof.
Oh, okay.
And so there was something happening with someone. She was like, God, you're so aloof. I'm like, I've been trying to tell you for fucking 20 years of our friendship. So I feel like there's certain aspects of me that you probably don't see in him because one, we're different people. Just because we're Aquarius, this doesn't mean we're exactly the same. But also it's like we have like a good, healthy relationship. There's probably parts of Craig that he clearly hasn't worked on where if I hadn't gone to therapy for that, maybe I have done that in high school or my 20s. He's a little behind. And I really relate to when I'm seeing him saying like, because this used to always happen to me in high school. There would be girls being like, she's flirting with my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm not flirting. This is how I talk to everyone.
Yeah.
And I also just talk to guys a lot because I like to talk to
Now
everyone
you're
a
trying
lot
to get
and
some.
whatever. And by the way, maybe he's flirting with me, not my fault. And so when Craig's sitting there on this in this conversation with Madison, and he's like, I'm a stupid guy. I shouldn't have said that. And like later on in the episode, Shep said, I genuinely believe that he didn't think he was flirting with him. That's just Craig's personality.
No,
and girls.
all of that was like, it was crazy to see all the friends say that. Rodrigo didn't seem to buy it, but he's only known him for 5 seconds. But everyone else that's been here from the jump are all like, no, he's just
even
an
Madison,
idiot.
who's like, you're
Yeah.
acting like an asshole, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I really see these different kinds of qualities that Aquarians have that he's exhibiting.
Yeah. Everything that he said on the phone call, like, it made perfect sense. And like, especially hearing him explain it, I did believe like what he was saying. But when he got to the point about saying, I'm just a dumb boy, that was such a boner killer. Like, nobody wants to hear any dude call himself a boy. And I don't know. It's just, you know what I realized also? A lot of people will always say like, Craig never admits to anything. He's not accountable. I think that Craig has soft accountability. Like he's always in there saying like, oh, he did this or he shouldn't have done that or whatever. But it's never in a way that's like, you really get like the confidence that he's walking away from this and going, wow, I am never doing that again. You know, it's just sort of like something he heard in therapy that he's like, well, probably would have been best if it's like somebody else told him what he should have done. And like, now he's just like repeating the talking points. But, I mean, it's something, but it ain't great.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he said his biggest fear was because it was a full-blown lie. But Craig's biggest fear is being honest and not full-blown trying to manipulate every scenario that he's in. Like, that's your real fear, Craig. And I think that not lack of accountability is that. Like, Craig hears something and, like, people say, oh, Craig, this is what, or not even Craig, this is what you're supposed to do in this scenario. This is what you do in this scenario. This is what girls like. This is what people like. And Craig is like, ding, 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 ding. And it's part of his manipulation. Is none of it's genuine. It's why you feel that way. It's just, oh, I heard that this is what I'm supposed to say. So now that it's just him manipulating the situation and anyone in his life.
Okay. In this moment, something's dawning on me. I think that, and probably for most people, the word manipulate can sound very evil and negative. And like, I mean, look, it's not great. No matter how you slice it, to manipulate anything isn't great. But I think that what I am very willing to accept is that he kind of molds things into being things that he thinks is going to play best or that you're going to like best. Not because he's trying to get one over on you in a way that he's like evil grin, like mwahaha, but like in like it, that he's so insecure that he's got to, like, I truly believe this dude does not, and we've talked about it a million times, this dude does not understand that like you're enough, everything's enough. You've accomplished so many things. I don't know if you set out to accomplish what you have. Maybe it was the luck of the draw, you know, people coming around you and you surrounded yourself with people that got you to where you are, whatever it is. The bottom line is that you're there and you are uber successful right now and beautiful, wonderful to look at and really loyal. And I don't know, you live a beautiful life. I think that when he does these lies, I think it's because he's scared that people don't like him or don't accept him or don't think he's good enough or whatever.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a lot of imposter syndrome. I just realized that like I will go along with the manipulate word in the context that like it has a broader meaning than just like, you know, what we all kind of like hear it and take it at face value.
I don't know what season it was, but when he was in with that therapist and he was talking like, I'm not saying I lie, but I'm just saying I'm really good at lying, was that he can manipulate people very easily and get them to do what he wants. Like that was part of that conversation. So Craig has literally called himself a manipulator. Right. But I don't, also has
which
Whitner.
Would go along with that. Like I don't think Craig is going to tell you that he is an evil liar. Like he's telling you that he can manipulate the situation to make it like Craig's not lying to you to get you into bed. Craig's not lying to you to get you to sign on the dotted line and hand over the investment check, you know? Like he's making things sound better than they are. He's making something that he did sound less worse than like it maybe does, like if he were just to say it. I just think that there is a difference. And like, you can call me a Craig apologist all you want, but like this kid is different. And if anybody's been watching this for long enough and you haven't looked at him like majority of the time that I'm watching him, that's how I'm kind of looking at him, because I've never met a guy like this before. Like I couldn't say, you know, he's such a Craig. Like I couldn't think of a single person I've met that is like this guy. He is a one in a, I don't know.
You know who's a little Craig light, and we also go hard for this dude? Schwartzy.
I just started watching Vanderpump. I'm up to like episode 4.
I have got to say something. I texted you about it over the weekend and you didn't text me back. So maybe now I bring it to the floor because I'm not letting this go. The Valley Persian Style is one of the most excellent reality TV shows currently on television.
Wow.
Have you not watched it yet?
I've watched 2. I think I started 3 but fell asleep. I
think it is so good.
I like it. I gotta just keep going on it though. Like this is an odd group.
They're all on the verge of divorce, with the exception of that amazing, gorgeous couple. Who is it? Amir and what's her name?
I don't know their names yet.
He's the one who had the wife who had cancer and died really young.
Yeah.
And then they had 3 young kids. They're amazing.
Yeah.
I think he is such a great guy. I like stan this kid. And listen, I'm only 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
But he just seems absolutely wonderful. I know you haven't watched it yet, but it's really, really good. I feel like they're all being wildly candid about their lives and the trouble that they have in their marriages and why they've picked to be with certain people. I am shocked by how good this show is.
No, I know. I think it's also that I just saw like Reza just get into a kerfuffle with someone online, and he just like kept calling this girl a whore over and over and over and over and over again. And I was like, I liked Reza on Shaw's, but there was definitely a shit ton of moments that I didn't. And it's when he reverts back to his like 12-year-old self, where he becomes a mean girl with a
Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes. But I also like him so much at other times. So like, I can't commit to liking this show yet, because it really all kind of rests on Reza for me right now. And I don't know where I'm at with him after this weekend.
Listen, with the exception of Amir, with the exception of him and his wife, because they seem really like lovely, decent people.
Yeah.
Everyone has got some real issues cracking.
Yeah.
Reza included, because I'm with you. It's like he can be so great, and then all of a sudden just something breaks his brain and he snaps, and he will say the nastiest stuff to someone.
Yeah.
He will call Mercedes, I can't say it without saying the accent, out in a way that it's like, dude, you know there's cameras here, right? Like the world just saw this forever. It's Memorexed, brother.
Yeah.
And so I know that side of him is there also. Listen, I wish everyone behaved better, but like that, people just don't. And it's fascinating to watch. And they're all up in the mix big time on this show.
Yeah.
Like it's going to get newts.
I'm just wondering if it's going to get as dark as The Valley got. Because it feels like it's got it in it.
Yeah.
Because Shaw's was already kind of, just the way that they fought was really dark.
The end of Shaw's was very dark and
I
not
didn't
enjoyable.
watch the end of Shaw's.
I did not enjoy it.
Okay. I still want to go back and watch that season, but I was like, I'm not going to wait. So, anyway.
They just have what we always talk about. They have real history. Like Mercedes and Reza and Gigi.
Yeah.
Like these people went to like high school together.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, I don't know. It's fascinating to watch them. Anyway, back at the ranch, back at Sally's Chicken
And
Coop.
all we want are people to have history. But if the history is that all you do is call each other assholes and disgusting and do nothings and useless, worthless, fat and ugly and all the things, like if that's been your entire relationship, like maybe don't be friends, because they've been this way their entire existence. So it can be a little much.
There is like the early storyline with Gigi not being able to rent a place on her own because I guess like her credit, she can't, whatever. The way they've spoken about it thus far, like no one's coming for her. They're just trying to say, girl, you are a mother. You are in your 40s. Like, this is important. You should fix your credit so that you can rent an apartment. I'm not asking you to mortgage the Taj Mahal. Like,
So then her leaving like she did only showed me like, oh, you've changed zero. Like, after all these years, you're still storming out. You still can't take one piece of like, wasn't even criticism. I mean, listen, I don't want anybody talking about, I don't want anybody talking about, like, I would hate to know, I walk in a room and you have all been talking about why I can't get a place because my credit is like, I'm 8 years old, you know? So I get it, but like,
but then
again,
don't have
you
your
just
friend
want to see growth in them after all
100%.
these years. And I don't know if it's there.
Yeah,
We'll see.
same.
Okay, sorry,
so anyway, back at Southern Charm.
Yeah.
Molly and Charlie go to do some art or whatever. And I think we can all agree that we all really love Molly.
Yeah.
She's like once removed from the cast this season. She's really not ingratiating herself in a way that I wish she would, because I love seeing her so much. And this scene was such a good example, because when she sat there and was talking to Charlie, she goes, "Do you, boo?" She goes, "This is what Vanita did to Sally." And Sally said, "I don't care. I like Craig. I'm still going to spend time with him. So why are you, so you can't do what Sally just did? Like, go for it. Hook up with who you want to, date who you want to, and let Sally have whatever feelings that she wants." I think she's being a crappy friend.
Yeah.
And I want more of that in the mix of the actual group. And we're just not getting that with her this season. That's kind of my only note on this little scene.
I love that before, when it was a big, the love triangle was still a secret. It wasn't a date. It was not a date. It was just like, no, it's just, he just asked me out by ourselves to go on a romantic boat ride and search for oysters. That doesn't sound like a date. And now that everything's blown up at the sleepover, it's a date. Charlie says it's a date. Craig's saying it's a date. There's no wishy-washy back and forth. It's a date now. Like, it's crazy to me that last week was so, it's not a date. I got chickens because I have a friend I used to watch her chickens. And this week it's a date. Craig made me get chickens. Like, it's so crazy that we didn't even get a week in between to forget about all this. And the tune's changing. Again, it's what's leading me to be like this. You guys have lost the story. You've lost the cast. And it just is, I don't know, man. This shit seems like everyone's just showing up and saying, what do you want me to say? Okay, cool. Are we rolling? Great. Okay, line? Got it. Blah, 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 blah. Like, this show doesn't seem real anymore.
I did not feel that way. One, because I believe everything, but two, also, I also don't remember Craig calling it a date this episode, but I totally could have fucking missed that. In the backyard.
Where's Shep? And I think even Shep might have been like, what? I thought it wasn't a date.
No, that's what I'm saying. I could have totally missed it. But like when Charlie sat there and started crying because she was just like, I don't want to, like, this is just uncomfortable. And I do want to go out with him, but I don't want Sally to be upset with me. I just feel like if it was all just a fake storyline and she didn't have any crushy feelings going on and she didn't actually enjoy her friendship with Sally.
I think she likes Craig, but like Craig's Craig. Like, and he's single now. So if you're not going after Craig and you don't have a significant other, then you're an idiot. Like, you're just an idiot. Like, this is a job. Craig's the guy. Everyone's going after Craig. Vanita can't go after Craig, so she's going to shit on Craig. She's still going after Craig. Everyone's going after the single Craig Conover because, as you've laid out, he's the most amazing thing in the whole wide world. So
I have never said that. I said he's the best shit house on a shitty block with other shitty houses. That's what
I am the Craig stan of this community.
Yes,
and
please.
I'm about ready to shout it. I don't have any.
Regardless, people. Let me see. I'm gonna actually read it.
She's getting totally lumped in with me in every single comment, and I think she's just trying to be like, I
I'm
was
my
never
own
in this
person
pool.
with my own opinion, and my opinion is he is just out of the 3 dudes to pick from, I am picking him to be the most eligible bachelor in this shit soup.
This is a comment from Trey9589. No one talked about Paige until she dated Craig. She went from making out with Carl in the pantry to boyfriends no one ever met. Then she dated Craig and became interesting. I don't know if I would have used the word interesting. She's interesting before, but she definitely became relevant. And that was 3 years. They both blew up. Paige DeSorbo now. Everyone knows her. These people aren't totally dumb, right? Like they saw what happened when you date Craig or you go after Craig. And now they want some of that. They want that Tresemme deal. They want the big ass podcast. They want to sell out Madison Square Gardens. So like that's all that's happening. So like that part is real for Sally because Sally's like, ka-ching, I'm going to cash in on this. I think Charlie's an actual sweet human with a conscience, and she probably really likes Craig for whatever reason. Like, I don't mean that like in a dick way. Maybe she does like Craig. Maybe it's her being like, oh, I can get a little piece of this too, of the action. But her friend is pretending to be mad at her. So I think those feelings are genuine. I just don't think that, like she's, who's that? Was it in the after show or in this show where somebody was like, telling her that I think that you're looking at the Craig from before, not the Craig now or something like that. But I think her crying is because her best friend in the whole world of 2 years. Also, this always trips me out when these people go on these shows and she's like, she's my best friend in the whole world.
Oh my God, me too.
Like you've known each other for 2 years.
Have they even known each other for 2 years? It seemed almost more. It was like 3 months or something. Like,
even
it was
better.
Like
but like,
short-lived.
how old are you? What about your friend when you're from elementary school? Like, what about your actual friends that we're never going to meet? Like, I just can imagine Cindy sitting at home being like, what? That's just her imaginary best friend. But like, always like being like, it just like, it trips me out that like you're now crying over your best friend and you're in a boy fight and you're like, what about your friends for the last 26 years? Where those, you have no best friends, you have no real friends except for these people. It's always weird. And again, just makes me start going, all right, this is becoming not true.
I don't know. When I watch stuff about this cast or listen to podcasts when these people are on, they do talk about how like, oh, we were doing this and that wasn't on camera, and I get it. Maybe they hang out once a quarter and that one time they post about it. But like, it does seem like they are actually friends. The way they talk about each other, the way that they hang out with each other off camera. And I don't think that is, we talk about this with the Valley all the time. We don't believe these people are really friends. We really believed the Vanderpump Rules kids were actually friends.
Yeah.
With some of the housewives, I believe some of them on some of these different franchises are actually friends and hang out with each other. But for the most part, they're not going all out to dinner together, right?
Yeah.
But I do think with this show, with Summer Charm, with Summer House, I think these people are actually, I know we don't curse on this, but actually friends.
No, I do agree. I think that, I think we've talked about Southern Charm before where we're like, no, that entire cast really is for at least all the OGs, the dudes that started it. Like they really are doing everything together, traveling together. Cause you see them off doing. I think that at a certain point in life, everybody stops hanging out as much as they ever did. And these guys are still hanging out more than the average Joe of friends are, correct. You know? So I do believe that, but there is a shift that's taken place just because of the age and just because of like the riffs that they've gotten into have just become like things that they're just kind of still there. Like they're still kind of raw from things. Like Austen and Craig are not letting shit go. Like I feel like it's been a 2-year just like flick at each other, constant flick. And so often Austen shows it so much more than Craig. And it's easy to like pinpoint Austen that he's always doing it. And he is, don't get me wrong, he definitely is. But then Craig does say things here and there that you're like, okay, well, that's like the same thing that he just said that was so 12-year-old, you know? And like they both, I think that Craig has a way bigger effect on Austen, but Craig's not as like detached from it as I thought he was. Like I'm getting that more. So, and again, like I said earlier, I'm not going to go hard at all about like, oh, this is a fake storyline or whatever, because I don't know. It's just a little thing that, and then a couple people have mentioned it, and but it's nothing that I'm pissed about at all. Like I think that they're making the most out of the lives that they really do live, if that makes sense. Like they're leaning into things that could be, that maybe wouldn't be if a camera wasn't on.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Listen, if this is all fake and all produced, which again, I don't think it is,
No.
then Sally, get out of the medical field and start acting, because you have got me hook, line, and sinker. I just don't think Sally, it kind of all lines up. Sally is boy crazy.
No, she is.
If Austen was the one that was single, she would be gunning for Austen.
Yes.
And Craig at the same time. I really do think Charlie, and I get totally what your point is, that like, yes, everyone wants to be close to the goose that laid the golden egg, meaning Craig. But I still think that like, no, Charlie's like, no, he's cute. I'm interested. I do want to go on a date.
New.
Even if the producers say, like, we would like for you guys to go out on a date. Sure. It would be like if someone's like, hey, Courtney, I'm producing a show and you're going to be on it with Brad Pitt and we would like you to go on a date with him. I could be free.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally agree. And Charlie's newer. And I just think that the other ones are more cognizant of just having storylines that are going to get the most airtime, that are going to get them on a thumbnail, that are going to get them the most, like, who's going to be on Watch What Happens First. You know, I think that they're just like, at any job, every year that goes by, you're like a little bit better at knowing like
you want to be captain
who to
of the
please,
team,
who to impress, who to like, what's going to get you further, all that stuff. Yeah, totally. I never thought about it being fake at all until Mike mentioned it. And then some people in the comments also, but you know what? I do feel like it is like a popular thing to say like, this is fake, you know? And so I'm not trying to be a part of that group at all. Like when I say something's fake, I really mean
you
it.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm saying it's 100% fake. All of this is a lie. It's all bullshit. It's all scripted. I just think that it was, as we've talked about before, these people, they're on the show in the beginning and they have nothing. All they have is the show. And then the show progresses and their outside lives start to get more busy and more financially rewarding. And the show just kind of becomes a thing that you have to do. And when that happens, it's hard for a producer to wrangle you back in, to get you motivated, to get you excited. You stop doing shit in your real life that you did in season 2 and 3 and 4 because you actually have a business, you have a job. Vanita owns a whole talent agency.
What?
Exactly. Did you know that? Did either of you know
nothing
that?
about Vanita.
Whole ass talent agency.
Hold on. I need a beer and I need to hear about this talent agency. Do you want me to put that away?
Oh, sure. Thanks, honey. Or do you want more? No, I'm okay. Thank you, love.
Benny!
Guess what's here?
Salmon or chicken?
Salmon.
The chipper chicken?
I love that.
Come on. Okay.
Armani doesn't make a navy blue tuxedo.
Armani no make a navy blue.
Hey, yeah, you in the blue tux. God, I have to rewatch that movie. It's so good.
It was really good. Okay. Sorry, I just needed to get Minnie her popcorn to hear about that. Vanita has a talent agency?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of talent?
Probably content creators would be my guess.
I think it's a modeling agency.
What?
My point being is that like these people they've grown out of their job on the show. So getting them to reveal what's really happening, to be excited about it is so hard. And so if you guys have watched any of these shows for long enough, you'll see at a certain point years in, the shifts start to change, or the shifts start to happen. And this is what's happening. These people, they're just there for a check now. They're just there because they're famous from it. Nobody wants to be famous and then not be famous. But it becomes a chore. It becomes a task. It becomes hard for production and producers to do their jobs because you're just a producer. I'm Craig Conover. I'm Sally. I'm Shep. I'm Whitney. I'm the boss of all of you people. You're not, but you think you are, and so. That's when you have to start peppering in stuff. That's when you have to start convincing girls to go out with the Craig Conovers, even though they may want to, they may not want to. And if they don't, then a good producer is going to convince you why you should. Well, look what happened with Paige. Look what happened with this and so and so. Look at what Naomi's got a huge thing and she's married. Like you just, it was a bad example because Naomi probably made Craig look better than he ever would. But there's just, that's when the like, yeah, but if you did this, that's when the producer's manipulation starts coming in. And this is what you get is scenes that and actions and shit that's not real, not super real. It's fake real. It's reality.
I would just like to say something about what you had mentioned earlier, the comment you were reading with Paige, on the come up and only became Paige when she started dating Craig. I respect everyone's opinion, but for me, I think this is a situation of a two truths kind of thing, because from jump, when Paige started on Summer House, I was like, she's the star of the show. She was so good from jump, so funny, especially, I think she had a great first season. And then I think her second season was even more outstanding because she let her personality shine a little bit more. She didn't feel like she had to be nice to everyone, meaning like if she got into a disagreement with Lindsay, she'd be more apt to stand up for herself. And I think that on the other hand, we always say the quickest way to make your star rise on a reality TV show is you start dating someone in that universe. Yeah. And so, yes, do I think that put a lot of shine on her and him? 100%. But I think Paige is a star and Paige would have been a star with or without him. And she has far exceeded him success-wise. That I think that kind of is like
the point is nobody knew who Paige was outside of Summer House.
I agree
until
with this.
Craig and her started dating. So it worked for both of them.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's two truths.
We all loved Paige in the beginning.
Yeah.
But if you didn't watch Summer House, you didn't know who Paige DeSorbo was for years. They didn't start dating, and she was came on season 3, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
They
Maybe
started
even later.
dating season 7 or 8. Like so for 5 years, if you didn't watch Summer House and therefore her podcast, which you probably only knew about because of Summer House.
No, because she never talked about it on Summer House.
She did during the pandemic when she was still dating. What's his name? Perry.
I thought that she has come out and said that they went out of their way to never speak about it on the show because of it might get mucky with things.
Yeah, she wasn't talking like, oh my God, I have my podcast is the biggest thing, but she was like, oh, I'm going to be downstairs doing my podcast. And this was the season that it was the pandemic and she was still dating Perry.
And even I feel like I lean towards what you're saying, but even then Giggly Squad wasn't Giggly Squad until
Kyle came up with Giggly Squad.
I think he did that before. I think that was there, but whatever. Until they started dating, like when Craig came around, now everybody knows who Craig is. Everybody knows who Paige is, and it's because of them dating. And that's how you get your star to rise. But the point this person was making is that's how they rose. Is he dated Paige or Paige dated him or whatever, right? Nobody knew who these two were outside of their environments until that happened. And now there's people who know who these two are that probably wish they didn't.
I want to say that when I read that same comment and I was like, my first reflex was like, no, we've been talking about her. We've always loved her, all the things. We didn't start talking about her in the way that you get talked about across all platforms and everywhere until I almost feel like it's on tape to where we're like, and they're still dating. Like, I really like her. Like, I don't think that we talked a ton about her. And even if we talked about her because we watch the show and we're fans and we always just think because she came in hilarious. She never stopped being hilarious.
I love her.
She was
so
the
much.
best from the jump. There was never any notes for Paige. It's just that I don't think that either of them, and maybe even more so her, just because the world is the world and dudes be getting stuff that chicks don't be getting all the time. I would say that she would have never gotten the opportunity to be even viewed as a person who could be worthy of a $500,000 Tresemme ad had it not been for that relationship. So I just want to say that I hate myself for having to I looked at that comment and had to think about it. And I was like, I think the first time I really talked about her with real gusto and in a way that would transcend anything that's not wrong, but join the people that were talking about her in the way that would get a company like Tresemme to notice her, that she like, it was Craig, I think that was that relationship, not Craig. It was the Craig Page duo that.
See, and I think, like I said, I think that it caused both of their stars to rise being together 100%. But I think she would have gotten there with or without him, because she's very Bethany Frankel-esque to me.
I don't know if she would have.
And I think
because
she would
the world is the world, not because I don't think she should
Bethany
have.
got there without a dude.
Bethany was like the biggest, greatest thing to like come out swinging. Like Paige is not as aggressive as Bethany is. You know, she's not talking about everything like how you would be like, it's skinny girl this, it's skinny girl that. Like Paige was just never. Paige was there. She was, and for all intents and purposes, bedbug. You know, Or she would just be there to kind of be like, wait, what? Like record, like the best moments with Paige were her kind of commenting on things that were going on around. She was a voice of reason, but like a hysterically funny voice of reason.
She's a great Greek chorus.
Yeah.
She's the peanut gallery. But Paige is also passion, or what is fashion. She's singular focused. That's always been her jam. I feel like she's killing it, but she is a fashion influencer.
Where Bethany is a product.
Bethany's
like pushing
entrepreneur,
product.
like a multi-serial entrepreneur and a pusher and a loud and you're buying shit whether you like it or not.
Yeah, she didn't
Paige
need two
doesn't
voices.
give a shit if you buy what she's wearing or listen to her show.
Yeah,
she's having fun with her bestie, and that's all that matters to Paige. So I don't think those two are anything like each other. Both entertaining, sure, but like Bethany's a machine.
I think, to clarify, I don't mean that their business acumen is the same. I mean that they're both stars. Paige was going to rise.
But Bethany was never going to not be one. Bethany was like always going to be like, you will look at me as the star that I am, or you will die. You know,
Paige didn't even want to be on the reality show. What kind of star is
Paige
that?
Was
like
her
dad
model
had to
when she was a
convince
kid,
her.
and she was on the cover of those books, and she was doing all that stuff.
She was into J.C. Penney, Dad. She wasn't Cindy Crawford. Like,
well, very few people are. I mean, I professionally modeled, and I was never Cindy Crawford, and I think I was still a professional model.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean Paige is a star, like destined for stars. She did a few modeling jobs. She didn't like it. She not bailed, but she didn't enjoy it, right? That to me says, I don't like being a star. She got offered this reality show. She didn't want to do it. Her dad had to be like, dude, just do it. Who cares? What's going to happen? You don't like it? I'll get you out of the contract. Okay, so she doesn't even want to be a star, I don't think. She just wants to wear sick-ass clothes and chat with her buddy all day. And she's doing it and making a killing. And maybe she enjoys it now, but like, didn't the whole panic attacks and everything start on the road for the tour? Like, I don't think she enjoys fully this life. So I think if she was never on Summer House or ended up doing a season and being like, yeah, Dad, I don't want to go back. They just ousted Hannah, my butt. Like, I don't want to go back. He would have been like, fine, done. And you wouldn't even know who Paige DeSorbo is right now.
Yes, I don't know.
No, Courtney, really think about like they are just two totally different people. Bethany and Paige, they were not on the same trajectory.
But don't you think that they both have like that thing? Like you're gonna notice them. That's what I'm saying.
No, and I love Paige, and I love Paige, and I know a lot of people are not Paige fans, and she's,
maybe I'm just blinded by the love I have for her.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite people on this whole thing, but she's just. For a very long time, God, I don't even have the good words to say about her. I don't even, because it's like the manipulative thing, like unmotivated. Like, I don't think that she's a lazy person, but she was just, I think 15 people have to tell her, you should really look into pajamas, or like, you should really look into like, whatever it was. Everything she did was just like, oh, I love talking to my friend Hannah, so we're going to do this show. It was never like, we're doing this show and we're going to take over the world. Whereas if Bethany were to do a show, she's only showing up to that first day of filming because the world will be taken over by the end of this.
But you're conflating two things that I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're the same in their business smarts and like wanting to be entrepreneurial. I'm saying that out of that whole cast on New York Housewives, to me, the best housewife to ever do it, period, is Bethany Frankel.
Yeah.
Like, no matter if you think she's manic, crazy, annoying, whatever your beef could be with her, she's a Nene Leakes. She's so good. Like, to me, it's like it's her and Nene. Those chicks are so good at this.
Yeah.
And Nene was going to be a star. Like, she was going to figure out a way to like you're just gonna notice her, I guess is my point. Like if you're at a party with Nene, you're gonna be noticing Nene. If you're at a party with Paige, I just feel like she just got something about her that I feel like she would have.
She'd be sitting in a corner with Hannah making fun of everybody.
But I think you still
Unless
would
you
have
got
noticed.
to that corner, you wouldn't know that she exists. Sorry,
But having this argument makes it sound like I don't think that those things are good enough. They are very.
Oh,
they
no,
are,
no, no.
They are
I don't
good
think
enough.
you're saying that.
But a star is just as a person that is going to like you can't watch anything else but them because. Like a star is a star. She never wanted to be a star. She wasn't setting out to be a star. So she would have just been like doing her thing, and we would have all still been laughing because it was all hilarious and it's exactly what we wanted to see. But I just don't know if she would have gotten the accolades, the opportunities. I don't know if people would have been like, I need to be on this team DeSorbo. I need to like my management company. I need to have a staff meeting today and be like, we are going after this woman. If she wouldn't have been with Craig, I don't know if people would have had as high of an idea, like a plethora of ideas, like we could get her to do this, she could do TV, she could do radio, she could do tours, she could do like
perfect example. Paige DeSorbo is Paige DeSorbo, and as far as I know, there's only one of those, a Tresemme ad deal.
I know. I was also
so where are all these like
thinking,
to her defense? Like she has a management team, she has where are all these deals? Where are all these like we could do with Paige? Surely they're coming up with them and taking them to her, and she's. What? Probably being like, no, dude, I'm good. I'll do the hair thing because it's $500,000, but like.
And that's her
also
really just living her life and being completely content with living her.
But you are. You're saying that she's a star. She would have been a star no matter what. And we're just kind of saying,
right?
Like, what?
I guess maybe that's the bigger question. Like to me, like. This is all I'm saying, and it's probably not coming off clear, and everyone could be disagreeing with me.
I think you will. I think people will call us assholes for bagging on Paige when I'm not, and that's why I've said it 50 times now because I already know what's coming. Come for me, especially Spotify because they're like our younger people, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it."
I'm just saying, I think, yes, of course, like we've said 1,000 times on this show before, the quickest way for your star to rise on a reality TV show is you are in a relationship. Now, with that being said, I think they genuinely were in love and that was a genuine relationship, right? So did that help put everything on the fast track for both of them? Absolutely. I still think Paige would have gotten there even if she wasn't in the relationship. That's all I'm saying.
Everything she has now, you think she would have had all that same stuff with or without Craig?
I do.
Okay. I don't. But like, I think we both made it clear.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So, all right. So back into the app. We're now at.
Oh wait, no.
Yes.
Back in the scene that we actually left to go on this giant
Molly
tirade.
and Charlie.
Like, did something large happen between Molly and Sally that like I just missed? Or
remember Sally was talking about her vaginoplasty and
but like she wasn't really. Vanita was like
no, but remember she went after Molly was just like you're an asshole. You say things you shouldn't say.
Right.
So I think it
seems
really
like
upset her.
It seems like there must be more stuff because Vanita's the one that told that. So Molly has never really been mad at Vanita about anything yet, and. It just seems like something else happened in their friendship. And I understand she said that thing, but when they got in a fight about it that day, and she said, you are always an asshole. And so it's like, there's been more assholery moments from Sally that like, I don't know about because the way that she is being like I said, Vanita's the one that told what Molly said. And then Sally just, was having a conversation with Rod about it. Seems like Sally got all the heat for that. Vanita got none. Molly's always like, oh, Vanita's my girl. Molly never has said anything like, oh, I think that was just, she just had a, like she just really made excuses for her about it. It doesn't seem upset about it at all. So for her to be mad at Sally about it just seems like you must already not like her because that doesn't really make sense. And then now, she was a part of that where, loser lunch at loser lake that I call. She was a part of that whole like, oh, Sally's not a girl's girl. She really isn't. She like Molly very much participated in that conversation and she's done it before about Sally with, I can't remember, maybe it was with Rod. I can't remember. So it just seems like more has happened. And it kind of just made me wonder, and I'm not arguing this because I love Charlie and I don't care anyways, and I also think this whole girls thing is just really it's obnoxious to me. Wouldn't it seem like Charlie would have, there'd be more of an argument that Charlie's not a girl's girl because she's going to go out with someone that her friend clearly likes. Again, I don't care. I think that they have all rights, but like, I feel like Sally's getting it harder than anyone.
Well,
like
Charlie's clearly upset about the whole situation,
Right,
right?
but
So
still
she's the only
going.
one that has expressed any emotion about it, and it goes back to like, how real is this? Like, does Sally like Craig, or does Sally want a Tresemme deal?
right.
And if anyone's gonna know that,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be Molly and Charlie.
Yeah.
Her best friends in the whole world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Charlie's probably like, bro, is this all fake? Like, is it, oh, it's the show? Is this what you guys do? Oh, okay. Awkward.
Yeah.
Because she isn't quite sure how to be on the reality show yet. Sally, as you said, Oscar winner, she's got it down pat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So Molly knows she's full of shit. She knows that she's making her friend feel bad over a bullshit story that's not even really true. Charlie's like, yeah, no, it's not true. How come I can't like it? You don't even really, but she can't say that. She's just
No.
got to play along.
Yeah.
So it does make sense because eating too.
It makes sense. I just think it's sloppy and lazy to like not see that like I would like, again, I hate the girl thing, but if you were to ask me what I thought it was, I would think that it had way more to do with like in this context, in this situation, that it would be way more about, oh, my friend likes someone, but I'm going to date him anyway. Vanita never liked Craig. In fact, she hates him. So it's like not about like, oh, like this is awkward and uncomfortable because like we both like the same guy. It just is funny to me that like no one's using that term when it comes to Charlie. I like Charlie probably the most out of anyone on this show right now. So it's all fine by me, but I just thought it was worth pointing out.
Yeah, I think the Vanita Sally beef is Sally never gave Vanita shit last year when she was literally going after the douchiest person that nobody liked JT. Like,
That had a
nobody.
girlfriend.
JT's mom was in multiple scenes, and I don't think she likes this dude, right?
Yeah.
Like, and no one gave Vanita crap about it other than like, Vanita, are you sure? Okay, dude, go for it. And now Vanita is railing Sally, being horrible, laughing, giggling, telling her I told you, like doing things that you do to somebody that you actually hate.
Yeah.
Doing Austen and like, I don't even, Austen and Craig aren't even that mean to each other. And we'll get to it at the thing, but I love that everyone's like, oh, Vanita's a weirdo. She's doing crazy shit. And everyone called was racist. Whoever said anything shitty about Vanita, oh, you're a racist. You don't understand that you're a racist.
Oh my God.
Well, apparently her mom is also a racist because her mom sat her down and was like, that's mean as hell. So I hope you guys go off on V.
Yeah, I just want everyone to know, and I'll say it loud and proud. An asshole is an asshole is an asshole is an asshole, and I don't care what you look like. You look like an asshole.
Yeah, if we're all trying to treat people equally, then everyone should be treated equally.
Yeah, so don't try to fire up the comment sections with racism BS because
we're gonna
you're
have the most
barking up the wrong
racism
tree.
comments this week of all time.
No, I don't care anymore. I'm not responding. I used to literally be on like my apology tour every other episode last year, and I'm not saying I would never apologize for being wrong, but like I am done like trying to explain to people like where I'm coming from on this specific thing because it doesn't exist here. And if you don't believe me, I love you, but you should move on because it's not going to change.
If they don't believe us, then they're not going to believe anybody. So
yeah.
Oh, good.
So the next scene up is when Rod goes to the furniture store with Tyler, who we love, his fiance.
Finally.
I know,
Some
thank
Tyler
God.
action. He's so adorable.
And one of the reasons that we love Tyler is he's spitting truth when he's sitting there when they're shopping for Shep's new house. Which, by the way, Shep, are you paying Rod for this? Because my spidey sense says no.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be on the show. It'll be great publicity for you. Yeah, but two truths. It can be on the show and be good publicity, and you can also pay him for this because I just have a feeling he's that person trying to get out of pay the bill.
Yeah.
Get out of paying the bill. But Tyler says what we've all been saying, namely me, when he's like, he's got to shit or get off the pot with Audrey. Like, what are you doing, bro? And Tyler, you are correct. And it annoys the piss out of me. Also, I just want to say, I really love how Rod said, the reason I don't want to get married right now is because, yes, I know my kitchen is terrible. And I'd rather put the $40,000 to a new kitchen than have a wedding. And I'm with you.
That's progress. That's people not being stuck on like this tradition of like everybody and their mother's asking me over and over and over. And it's like, we could have gotten married a million times. We would rather me not have to go to work and start a company. Yeah. That's what we would rather do. This guy is an interior decorator or designer who would rather spend money on his kitchen so that he doesn't have to keep going and seeing on Reddit comments, oh, what, like this guy's an interior designer. First of all, I love that Rodrigo's on Reddit, as am I. I think we're on there for very different things.
We're reading the comments about Rod on Reddit.
No, I haven't.
And we're not Rod.
Yeah, no, I'm not on there for a reality show stuff.
Oh,
I'm on there for my conspiracies.
And also, and I'm like sitting here all day, every episode, every week, being like, let me see more of your lives. I want to see Rod's interior design. I want to see Vanita's modeling agency. I want to see Molly singing. I want to see Whitner at his law firm. And then we get Whitner at his law firm, and the assistant or paralegal, whoever the lady is like, well, that doesn't seem like a billable hours. Okay, so you're not doing so great. Vanita, we don't see her talent agency. Why? Well, who knows? Maybe not doing so great.
That's so
and
bonkers.
Rod,
I'm still blown away that she has that. Sorry, go on.
And Rod, you're an interior designer with a shitty kitchen, and like, cool, I get it. But you just went to the interior design store, and the first thing the lady says to you is, I can't remember the last time you were here. Don't interior design guys, aren't you supposed to be out and about looking at stuff? Like, how many jobs do you have? Sounds like 0. Shep's your only job, TBD. So like, I wanted to be a pro golfer. I still want to be a pro golfer. It's not going to happen because I don't go to the driving range that much.
Could you also have been a pro golfer? Do you have skills like that at golf? I'm genuinely asking. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I used to.
Wow.
I mean,
you should have done that.
thanks.
I just never had the talent to be a pro anything.
But like, that when she was like, "Whoa, I can't remember the last time you were here," I was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean? What? Charleston's not that big. Like, you should be bopping into these stores all day long. These are the people you should be hanging out with. So you want to be an interior designer. You're not an interior designer."
Yeah, this is maybe the first time I've heard. Unless, did I miss it? Maybe he said it before because now I don't remember what he did.
Brought it up like nonchalantly earlier in this season. Like both Rod and Vanita had these like, oh, they're due. Vanita's, I don't even think it was the modeling. Vanita had something going on, like, what was it? Party planning or something like that business that she's trying to start.
Yeah.
That's why she was doing all the table decorations in the first few episodes. And Rod had started an interior design firm.
Yeah.
Designing nothing. Shep's house. For free.
You know, one thing that's going to highly conflict with what I just said, because I'm now going to point my finger, but somebody brought up in the comments, hold please. Might have been A Mandy J. I can't remember. I'll try to find it before we're done here. But someone brought up how Rod really kind of came out as, you know, kind of bitchy and shit stirry last week.
It was when the Charlie thing, like, oh, Charlie's going on a date, you guys, don't scare. Like, he's the one that spilled those beans.
Yeah.
And made everyone freak out.
The bitch factor's been coming out in him. And I think that the reason that we're all always here talking about this like racism issue and like if Vanita's really an asshole, if we're just not giving her a shot because we're just not used to seeing someone like her. Like, I'm very used to seeing someone like her. Like, let's be real. One thing that Bravo does seem to do is if we're going off of this cast, the shit stirrers that are always pissing me off, and Rod hasn't yet, but he did have his moment last week, and people are noticing it. It seems like it's always the people that are minority or people of color or different sexual orientation, I don't know, or all of the above. It's like they cast them, and then all they're doing is playing like the worst kind of versions. Like, it's Leva, it's Vanita, but I don't even want to put Leva in this because I think Leva is like, oh, I'm going to say that. Like, I think Leva enjoys, pointing fingers. I think that's her thing. So I don't know. There's something about like, don't cast people from other ethnicities to be a constant shit stirrer, and then you're firing up the people that recap these shows, the audience, whatever, we're going to talk about that. And then it's like, oh, it's the black girl, it's the Mexican girl, and it's the Persian girl. You know, it's like, is Lev a
Rob's
Persian?
a dude, not a girl.
Oh, sorry. I'm sure that's going to come out the wrong way, too. Let me read one comment from Pat Clark. Because this is what I'm going to get tattooed. Natalie, do not overthink yourself. If saying something stupid was a problem, none of us would be allowed to open our mouths. So I just do it extra good. I do the stupid extra good. But I think that maybe going forward, rethink who is going to be this person that you're always going to have to be the shit stirrer, and stop doing it to people of color, because you're causing a domino effect, and then a dumpster fire in comments, and then no one knows if they're really allowed to not like someone or whatever. I think that Bravo is not. I think they have a hand in this. Maybe it's not intentionally. Maybe it is. I don't know. But knock it off. Don't no more shit stirs from people of color. And that's like the role that you're giving them to play, because you're not showing any of their other lives. Like, we had to find out that Vanita has a talent agency. This is the first time I'm seeing Vanita's mom. I've never seen another friend.
Oh, she's been on before. Her mom.
Either way, it seems like it's their only storyline is being either emotional support or being shit stirry. And it's
Definitely on this show. I'm literally racking my brain trying to be like, who else was a shit stirrer on this show?
Yeah,
that's it. That's weird.
it's weird. Yeah, I had a moment the other night after that comment. I was like, it all kind of clicked together, and it was like, are you doing this on purpose? Because it's not fun. It's not cool.
The next scene up is Austen with his sister Katie, and it was very
$70,000 Flexus. Where the hell did that thing show up?
Flexus?
Yeah.
What's a Flexus?
What? Excuse me?
Did you say
Lexus?
Lexus?
Flexus from Long Beach to Texas? Snoop D-O-double-G? I thought
Okay,
you were
fine.
the OG rapper.
Fine,
every
but
rap
what
song.
is it?
Is it a song? Is it a line in a
Oh
song?
my God. What's
what's a Flexus?
It's a Lexus Flexus from Long Beach to Texas. So anytime I see a Lexus, I call it a Flexus, because in
Who
honor
has a
of Snoop Dogg.
Lexus?
Austin pulled up in a gigantor brand new Lexus.
Yeah, he's got that great new boxy SUV.
Well, I maybe it was product placement.
Maybe.
Lexus
I
did
need
product
some of
placement
that
on Salt
product
Lake,
placement.
so I'm sure he got some deal or whatever.
I'll roll up in a Lexus to start this show, if anybody's listening.
So it is an expensive SUV.
I will drive it straight into this studio.
I really love their relationship. I think it's super
Yeah.
sweet. I think I love watching them together. I love how honest she is with him. Like, you should know this by now if you want to be with this chick, and you don't. So you gotta make a move, bro. And that's when the meteor analogy came into play. And I just want to say, Austen, you have a sister. You have a woman in your life who is of the age that she is dating and looking for a partner. And if she was with someone who treated her the way you treat the people you're with and just string them along, you would look at your sister and be like, break up with this person. Don't date this person anymore. They don't have serious intentions to be a partner in life. And that's what you're looking for. It just always really screws me up when I see a person who is really close to one of their siblings. And it's like, if your sibling was dating you, you would be like, run, Forrest, run. And you still perpetuate this crap behavior with your sig others.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course. You know,
It's such a blind spot.
They've not let us get to know Audrey very much. I feel like she said more in this episode with more like gusto than like she's ever said before. I always thought she was perfectly fine, but she was like, I think we compared her to Anne on Arrested Development. Like, Dad, you remember Anne? No, you've met her 17 times now.
My girlfriend Anne.
Yeah, my girlfriend Anne. Well, call her over. She's here. She's standing right next to me. That's how we kind of felt about Audrey. And when it took Katie to say, wait, Katie's Austen's sister, right?
Yes.
Okay. It took Katie to say, I really like Audrey. Like, and I felt like she said it in a way that I totally believed. And then also hearing Audrey speak later, like, I think I really like Audrey too. And I think that I don't know. Like now I never really cared about Audrey before, but now I'm really starting to care about Audrey. If Katie cares about her, she must be worth something.
True.
I'm done caring about Austen's significant others in the sense
Unless their
of
name
like
is Chelsea or Olivia.
or Sierra.
Oh, I always forget that because it wasn't, on Southern Charm.
I stand
Also
Sierra.
was a nothing. It wasn't a relationship.
Well,
No.
it was like a summer camp sitch.
Yeah, anyway,
Summer
point
camp relationships are pretty integral.
yes, they are. But point being is that I'm sure Audrey is amazing, just like every other woman he has dated is amazing. So that's when I say like I'm done investing in it. It's because like I don't need to hear Audrey say anything. I'm certain she's just as fantastic as the laundry list of women that you have also dated.
Yeah.
You have got fabulous taste in women, Austen, and you should not be allowed to date any of them. You don't deserve them.
No.
And yes, I also wish that all of these women would realize, like, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time, because Austen has, whether you just met him and he's said 5 sentences to you and you're kind of picking up on like, well, he kind of sounds like someone who's not ready for a relationship, just press play on any season of Southern Charm, Summer House, or Winter House that he's been on, and you can see this dude's pattern in less than 3 episodes.
Yeah. I wonder if she's like she didn't really let herself get involved last season. And I don't know if that's the show's decision or hers, if she's
Or
just was
Austen's.
or Austen's, yeah.
Because I have a feeling it could really be a lot of Austen.
But now that she's in it, as she's been in it way more this season, it's just so rude to just put her out there to hang her to dry like this. Like I don't know if she ever asked for this, and now, you've stayed with her this long, and now you've brought her on TV to basically humiliate her. And like she shouldn't be humiliated by any stretch. Like Austen is a walking humiliation.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
If anything,
Yeah.
I hope, Jesus, I hope that like we're living in a world where everyone watching this being like, is having the same response that we had in the beginning. Audrey, this has nothing to do with you. All of his behavior ain't personal at all.
I wonder how he acts in these relationships. Like I'll wait till we get to the actual, when they're getting ready at the house.
Our next scene, and Mike brought it up, and I feel like he nailed it in the one sentence he said about it, is when Vanita goes to have lunch with her mom, which was really adorable when she couldn't see the menu. And she's like, I just saw panini, so I ordered that.
Yeah, and I think that you should go with that.
Yeah, by the way.
I've never met a panini I didn't like.
Even if you could see it, you still probably got the best thing on the menu, mama.
Yeah.
It's like an eggs Benedict or fettuccine Alfredo. I'm good. I'll take either of those or both. Like,
I will
don't
not
need
take
to
the
see
fettuccine Alfredo. I'm
anything
not
else.
a fettuccine Alfredo person.
Weirdo.
That's just part of who I am. Anyway, point being, although when I did do Jenny Craig, that was one of their best dishes, so I ate it then. Okay. Point being is,
Can I just say that Courtney only joined Jenny Craig to like meet friends?
no, it was for free therapy.
Oh, that's what it was.
Because
It
I was
was
watching
free
an episode of
therapy.
Oprah when Kirstie Alley, rest in peace, she was on and she kept talking. She was on with her like person. I forget what they're called. Your
Sponsor
counselor or whatever.
yeah.
And she was just talking about how much this counselor's meant to her. And like, she got to meet with her every
Yeah.
week and she's like helped her through so many emotional things. And I was new to LA and I didn't have any friends and I couldn't afford therapy. By the way, still can't afford therapy. So I don't know what the I've been doing for 21 years in Los Angeles. Anyway, point being is I was like, but I need food. And they don't charge you for the counseling session. So 2 birds, 1 very smart stone. And that's why I went to Jenny Craig.
Like that's a character. Like you would write that character. Like here she is in real life, IRL.
Yeah. Natalie's my agent. Contact her. Not Vanita, Natalie. But no, I loved what her mom said. Like
Yeah.
Mike just nailed it. Your mom even said like, that's a bad friend. She even, I loved what she said. And I feel like it harkens back to kind of what we were saying a few episodes back and like how I define a friendship. And her mom said, a friend is a friend regardless, through good times and in bad, you just offer grace. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that, yes.
Yeah.
Why didn't you lick that off the grass with your mom? Like,
I don't know, but obviously that's where she got her style. Like that dress,
Yeah,
those pumps,
totally.
that hat, all of it. Sitting at the cafe,
So
like it was
cute.
so Charleston and so
it was
perfect.
so Southern.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
But does anyone else have anything to add to this little
When
nugget?
Vanita, when she was telling her mom, she's like, I just don't understand this fighting over a boy. That's never happened to me. Yeah, because no one gave you shit for trying to go after some loser D-bag last season. That's none of your friends are assholes. Like you've been to this one girl. So that's just why
they've
it's never
offered
happened
you the
to
grace.
Yeah.
So in kind, let's offer it to them.
Again, back to the after show. There are just things that I learned on there. So it seems like Vanita is stuck on, this Sally situation. I just don't think she's looking at it correctly. On the after show, we learned that she would give Sally a curfew and be like, "Okay, time to go." That's weird. On top of that, they also mentioned that Vanita got weird when Sally became friends with Charlie and started hanging out with her. I think that Vanita has a real control issue. I don't think this has a ton to do with Craig. I'm sure it's annoying. You don't like no girl who has a bestie wants her friend hanging out with a dude that she just cannot stand. Like that's annoying. Point blank, period. And like that's not new. That's totally common and understandable. But this problem has gotten so large and in charge, and I think it really has next to nothing to do with Craig. It's about Vanita wanting things to be exactly how she wants them to be, and then she gets in she has a little panic attack when things aren't going that way. So I would just look to the Heavenly Father, like your mom instructed. Seek some counsel. I don't know. Just it might really nip this in the bud sooner than later.
There was a great line on Real Housewives of Atlanta where Marlo Thomas, is that her last name? Marlo. I can't remember what her last name is. And I know you guys don't watch it, but basically she had like a reinvention of herself and just had seemed like a lot calmer in the beginning of this one season. And she's like saying really great pieces, giving great advice to people and not getting triggered in the same way that she would. And in one of her confessionals, they're like, "What's the difference?" And she goes, "Therapy works, y'all. Seek it."
Seek it.
And I just thought it was the best. So anytime I hear someone talking about listen to your mama, go get the therapy. Yeah. Therapy works, y'all. Seek it.
I wonder if it's that I think Vanita is an only child.
Yes,
that
she is.
probably has something to do with it too, where it's just like, I don't know.
I'm here. I'm totally paying attention to everything. But if you guys are watching the college football championships,
we're not.
Holy I'm not talking to you.
We're not because we're working.
I'm also working. I can do two things at once.
Interesting, because now we're doing your thing.
Oh my God, that's so crazy! What just happened?
Well, what teams?
It doesn't matter because it's college. But
Well, then.
this dude just threw an interception to lose the freaking game. Anyway, sorry Carson Beck. Sorry Miami fans.
Sorry
yet,
to
but
our fans. Back to the show.
No, I know. That was just so much like, did you guys watch the football game?
No, I'm saying to those of you who are watching the game, or this was 4 days ago, so who were, that's a bummer.
This happened 4 days ago?
By the time this episode airs, yes.
Okay, so our next scene up is when Shep calls Rod, and he's just talking about how he's going to go stay at Craig's because his place is not ready. We get another sneak peek into Shep's incredibly charmed life, jumping off boats into the waters of Cuba. Just really a lucky SOB.
Did we talk about this on camera, or did you and I just talk about it?
What do you mean?
Where I was like, Shep should have a reality or a travel show.
Yeah, that was just you and I with Whitney. Yeah.
And then, so of course we did a beat sheet on the whole thing over text. Like here's what it would be. And then I just was like, this is so weird that they're not doing this already. And I feel like we've seen so much more just shots of him out on his travels. I'm like, they've already got all the footage right here. And then I'm like, I wonder if they're, let's see, Google Shep travel show. They're already doing it. Shep and Whitney are producing they've pitched it, but it looks.
We'll see if it goes.
Just the way that they're peppering in his travels, it kind of seems like it's a soft promo kind of, for what's to come. I don't know where they're at with it, but first of all, anytime you take Shep out of Charleston, all of his charm returns, So I think this would be a great move for him. I would
Probably
love
Whitney
to watch.
As well.
Yeah.
If he had some charm.
And then we pull up to Craig's house, and I just want to say, hate him or love him, the underdog's on top. I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart stops. You don't know this song?
I know the song.
Okay.
But like,
I just
like,
want to say the outside of his house is beautiful.
Immaculate.
The landscaping is pristine.
Impeccable.
And what I love about his house, and this is all remnants of Paige, I'm sure, but he has kept it up. When you walk into a dude's house that has an actual nice home, right? Like gorgeous kitchen, bathrooms, like everything's really great.
Yeah.
But he's still a dude, right? Like there's too many sneakers everywhere, or like you haven't really finished decorating. It's like there's a painting and it's just leaning up against the wall. Get a hammer and nail.
Yeah.
Hire someone with a hammer and nail and put the painting on the wall. When you walk into a straight dude's home and things are neat and utensils are put away and he has finished it. He hasn't just, it's not like, oh, the GC just left and now all of my fixtures are here and all of the lighting, the lighting fixtures have been
Yeah.
hung and the kitchen details are done. The hardware's on the counters, on the cabinetry. No. Like, this looks like a house that like a woman would live in. Or a gay man, or a lesbian, anyone but a straight man. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Or Craig, really. I mean,
To me, I'm always impressed with that.
or Craig.
I mean,
Like I'm putting it up as like this is Craig being like, oh, I got to keep up this thing because that's people
Fine, but he
like that
has.
and whatever. Yeah, I mean whatever. I'm not gonna shit on Craig for having a nice house. I would love to live in Craig's house. I'm jealous of Shep, envious of Shep for getting to live in Craig's house.
dude,
Yes, and you just look at by comparison, like you look at Shep's, and Shep has more money, I would imagine, than Craig, or at least his family has more money.
Yeah.
And you walk into Shep's house. And you got a lava lamp, and there's shit everywhere, and there's dishes in the sink. Like Craig keeps his shit tight and right,
Yeah.
even if it's a housekeeper coming over and do it. Craig could afford
Housekeepers, multiple.
Shep could afford housekeepers,
Who are on standby.
and he still doesn't have it wrapped up like Craig does there. And I'm going to give him his flowers for that, even though he can be manipulative and lie about shit. Two truths.
Listen.
Two truths.
okay, first of all, the fact that Shep is going to like bunk with Craig, I friggin' love this.
Same.
I love that. Like, they both look like they're in a really good place, like together. Like, I haven't seen either of them that comfortable around each other, like smiling and like, like, and Craig's got did you see those cuts of meat?
Dude,
Yes.
Craig,
How he prepared.
Like everything,
And
like
chicken?
you always talk about like fantasy fulfillment, like people going on vacation, like that a picture. Like I have a screenshot in my head right now of like him walking in, putting his stuff down, and like they, greet, and then he's like, oh, on the menu tonight we'll have this. Like these are two rich, hot men buddies for 20 years that are like going to go and sit in this beautifully landscaped backyard.
Yeah.
Maybe put on the hot tub, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how we feel.
Maybe,
drink
Natalie.
some beers, have some steak, little chicken. You'll have leftovers for tomorrow if you're into protein. Like
okay, so I'm nitpicking here, but like clearly Craig never paid attention in workout class, never paid attention to his trainer, never paid attention to his food guy, never paid attention in science class. He's like, I got this steak, I got this red meat, I got this red meat, I got this red meat, and in case you want some protein, I got chicken.
I thought
It's
he said
all
it
protein,
all.
dumbass.
I thought he said and some chicken in case you'd like some protein. I thought it was like all.
He
You're
said,
talking
in
about
case you want some protein, I also got chicken.
So that came you are nitpicking, let me tell you now. But I thought those
But
were flipped.
it's-
I thought that thing was at the end.
No, I think he was referencing the chicken in case he
wasn't.
wants protein. He can have chicken, like he got protein, less beef. But he is a master barbecuer, so I know I should be careful what I say. 'Cause
Oh my.
I would just like to ask, when has Shep ever entertained for someone coming over to his house one-on-one and gotten them a bevy of meat choices? Like,
He'd be like, I brought my meat.
yeah, put this in between your buns.
God, I'm just so glad that you disclaimed this with, I'm being really nitpicky, because like I don't know what else you would want to walk into.
Because listen, I my biggest pet peeve is dumb people. And I like when I see Craig, that like I'm fine with Craig being whoever I think Craig is, and like I've said a couple times in the comments, I don't
fine?
necessarily hate Craig. I just feel compelled to explain why the people that hate Craig hate Craig. I don't know why. I just I feel like I do.
Maybe don't.
But if
Maybe
you're gonna
because
be
you hate
dumb,
him
then
too.
I'm out, and I'm gonna be real mean, and it's a problem. But I don't think I care because I hate dumb people. And if Craig's gonna start being dumb, then you have not seen anything compared to what you will see if Craig's gonna play dumb on camera.
Listen.
And this one won't say it one time. You can't play dumb and stupid,
No, I say you can't play smart and stupid at the same time.
but not about Craig.
I don't think Craig is stupid.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple, 2-3 people in the comments that have said that you guys have some of the same charms.
One person.
And then the other two were a little meaner. And I'm no Vanita being like, I told you so. So I never read the I'm right, you're wrong comments. But I think we've all read the comments.
Yes, but also I would like to clarify something. When I say you can't play smart and stupid at the same time, that's not a generalization of someone's IQ. What I'm saying is you can't say this
Yeah,
is a perfect example.
Everybody knows. You've explained it a million times. No offense, but like we all know what you mean.
Oh, okay, great. Then I just wanted to clarify because I'm saying Craig could have a dumb moment and try to play it off like he's brilliant, right?
Yeah.
That's playing smart and stupid at the same
And
time.
that's also
I just,
Craig being like trying to put on a front because he thinks no one actually will like him if he ever is just like himself and just like lets it all roll.
yes, and that's where I say you can't play smart and stupid at the same time. But at any rate. Okay, so now we're really getting into, does anyone have anything else to say about this odd couple love affair that we're having at his house, at Craig's house?
No, I just like, it's so good. It's so perfect that like, I almost hope that like the house is ready sooner than later because it can only go south from here. I want him to get out before the
bloom is off the rose.
right. But what is it? Fish stinks. Like,
Oh, what starts to, like house guests and fish,
And
what
fish.
starts to stink after 3 days?
Yeah,
House
yeah.
guests and fish.
yeah, because if Shep is too, just leaving his shit everywhere and whatever, then like Craig just, he only
Shep
has
is a
so-
slopopotamus.
Yes, and Craig only has so much bandwidth for
But Craig said that. He knew that was going to happen, and that's why he has his housekeepers on standby.
Yeah.
So he's ready for it. He's ready to spend that money because, as we know, that's what Craig does to solve a problem.
I'll take it.
By the way, if anyone wants to
You
spend
have
money
it.
on me to solve my problems, I will give you my direct line
Yeah.
to everything. Before we get to the engagement party, we just have that little scene with
Austen
Audrey and Audrey. Yes. And I've said this all season and I will die on this hill. I'm sorry, I will. When Audrey said,
Guys, this is part 1. Part 2 is up and waiting for you. So head over now. Thanks. Love you. Bye.